Okay, so we're going to make some Native American pots. Well, we're not making the pots. We're going to make pictures of Native American pots in the same style, and we're going to decorate our paper pots in the same style that they did. Now, what they would use is they would use symbols, and they would also use geometric shapes, as we learned about. So we're going to use these symbols, which I will leave up on the board. And you're going to have a variety of different size and color of brown construction paper, okay? Because they would use terracotta for their pots, which is brown, and we will use different colors of that. You're going to pick out 3 or 4 different sizes and shades for your pots. And that will be over on the supply table. Then we're going to make our pot shapes. Now to do this, first you take your brown piece of paper that you're going to be working with and you fold it in half. This is because our pot is going to be symmetrical. Now, working from the fold side, not the opening, you're going to draw half of a pot. Now, see how that line goes up a little bit and then comes down? I'm going to see how that's going to be a problem here in a minute. Then you're going to get a pair of scissors. Now see what happens when we open this up. See how that comes up and it doesn't look like a pot? Because bowls and pots will curve into the middle. So make sure that you don't have a line that comes up like that. Instead, you want a line that goes straight across or down. Alright, there's one pot that I have. Another word for pot or bowl is called a vessel. These are all vessels, and this vessel is going to be more vase-like. So a line straight across, and then I make my shape. Alright, I think I'm going to have just these 3 that I'm going to show you. Starting with this one. Now, in order to make this look 3-dimensional, because we want ours to look 3-dimensional, you're going to do curved lines. And from that middle fold, you curve up like that. So start at the middle and curve up towards the edge. And I'm going to have 3 sections here. Now then in each one of those sections you're going to use your brown, black, or white colored pencil to draw in geometric shapes or some of your symbols. I'm going to start off with geometric shapes, and you're going to draw it along that line there, and then that way it looks like the shapes are curving around a 3-dimensional figure, even though this is actually a two-dimensional thing. So see how I drew that along that curved line there. And if it falls off your pot, that's fine. It looks like it curves around then. And then I think I'll do a geometric pattern down here. Shape, or a pattern of geometric shapes down here. Now see, white doesn't show up very well on this lighter paper. So I really shouldn't be using white on this lighter paper. All right, and then put your name and class code on the back and put it off to the side. And then continue to decorate the rest of your pots. So again, remember, you're going to start from the middle, from that folded line, and curve up to make your curved lines. Alright, now that I have all 3 pots done, now we need to shade them so that it looks like light is coming from over here, casting a highlight and then a shadow. So we're going to create a shadow and a highlight. First, to create the shadow. To create that shadow, you're going to get a piece of chalk pastel and this little scrap of denim that I have. And you rub on some of the chalk pastel here, and then you take that and you just rub the corner in a curved line for each of your pots, and that creates a little shadow. See how that creates a little shadow? You can see it really well on this one. Then you need to create a highlight. So then on the other side, you're going to use white chalk pastel. Rub some white chalk pastel on the other side of the denim scrap. And on the opposite side of the shadow here, you're going to add that highlight. Like that. Then you take these and you're just going to get your white piece of background paper and you're going to glue your pots onto it. Just get a glue stick and use some glue stick to glue it on. Glue it at the bottom of your piece of paper, and this is where you're going to be arranging your pots so they can be overlapping if you would like to do that. Which is what I'm going to do here. Have these overlapping a little bit. And then after you've got them arranged the way you want them, go ahead and glue them down. Name and class code on the back, and turn it in.